Today, we're doing something that's probably super long overdue. What goes into my FPV bag? Let's talk about it today. My FPV bag, I currently rock the Peter McKinnon Nomadic, I think it's 35 or 45. It's the only camera bag I had, so it just worked out perfectly for me. Pretty sweet because it's got these straps right here on top that can also be switched. They can also switch and kind of go anywhere along here. So depending on which drones I'm bringing, I can just kind of strap on the drones right here like everyone else does. Also, if you guys want a video on how I do all these like attachments, let me know because I think that could be a cool video. So we'll get that one going. But usually I throw any and all drones I use up here. It's got a little front pocket up here. I usually throw like my wallet or something else like that up there. And then it's also got this pocket over here, which also extends. I honestly rarely ever use it, but it's just more storage space that you can store stuff in. Sometimes I'll throw my jacket in there. That's about it. I don't really have any FPV stuff in that pocket, but let's get into the bag. This bag, the zippers are a little tough, but it fully opens all the way around. And then once we pop that guy open, boom, we got our FPV bag. We'll start up top up here. So in these cases over here, up top, I just have some microfiber lens cloths that I keep to, clean off lenses, all that stuff. And then in this little bag, I just have a bunch of Allen wrenches, different sizes, individual ones. So you can never have too many Allen wrenches. So we keep that in there. And then sometimes depending on a shoot, I might throw some more business cards in there or just other little things that I always keep in there. Got another pocket up top. It's kind of like a laptop sleeve or iPad sleeve. I don't really think I have anything in here right now. I think I got some Benadryl for my allergies, but other than that, we're good. This second pocket right here is where I keep all of my cords and power supplies. We got two USB-C to USB-C cables. I got a 6-foot one, which I use to power up from my goggles to my phone if I need to. I also have a lightning one that I can use for my old iPhone because sometimes I bring a second phone if I want to film myself, and then I can do on the phone as well and let people view everything. I have all my power cords for my goggles, so we got a bunch of those. We got extras, so we keep all those in there, and then another USB-C to USB-C cable, and that's everything we rock in there. So that's pretty self-explanatory, easy. I'll throw some power banks in there, maybe if I need to, or little power boxes or anything like that. And that's all we got going over there. Down low, here's where we keep all our gear. This is everything. Honestly, it never comes out except for when I'm shooting, and then everything goes back in. So we got our LiPo bag. It's kind of like my travel one. Keep all my batteries in here. And then I got all my batteries right now. So we got ones with little green tags up top. And then we got some with the red as well. That just fits in nice and easy. And then we go up top right here. Boom. We got our little GoPro bag. This GoPro bag right here. Ooh, we got a light flash. In the GoPro bag, I got some UV filters for the 04 Pro. I got some ND filters for my naked GoPros, and then I got ND filters for my GoPro 11. I need to add on the GoPro 13 because I just got that the other day, so we're gonna add that in. And then up top, got more microfiber cloths. Always have a bunch of those. And then I got a USB to USB-C cable, so we leave that in. And then I have GoPro bones. Always keep that handy. And then I also have a naked GoPro 11 as well. Can never hurt to have backups. So keep those in there, ready to roll. Keep an extra battery for my goggles. Always have that ready to go. This is something I hope I never have to use. It is the Hansver lens guards. Backstory, a couple years ago, I had a flight where I actually damaged and cracked the lens on my goggles. They fell off my head and I caught it on the battery and then I accidentally smashed it. We can put these over the top of the goggles and then it can just protect. So if you're in a bind or a pinch, that way you're not looking at glass. That just slides in right there. That fits perfect. And then we got our goggles right here, DJI goggles. And then I usually leave my Cinelog 25 because I fly this drone more than any other drone I have. That sits right there and that kind of just fits perfectly right in there. Moving on over to this side over here, we got our ND filters for Polar Pro for the 04 Air Unit Pro. So that just sits on top of this guy over here. We have our controller. That is the TBS Tango 2 Pro. Sometimes I'll throw some other things in here like the RC Pro for transmitting, or maybe I can even slide like the Flyvoo Filens 85 just because it's so small. Here's the thing that kind of makes or breaks all FPV pilots. It's all the just junk and crap. It's a little unorganized right now. These are all the things that I bring with me all the time. This is probably my favorite, most important item. This is my screwdriver. It's magnetic, which is nice. All the screws pop right into here. So we got our Phillips, our flatheads, Allens, all those different things. So that guy just kind of rests right in there. All right, and once we get into this, on this side where all the junk and crap is, we got our electrical tape. Got some props for my 3-inch. Those rest in there. Got some props. This is my 25-inch or 2.5-inch. So we got props, we got screws, we got nuts, we got some extra mount for the GoPro. We have literally everything that could possibly go onto the Cinelog 25, so that sits there. Tons of zip ties, can never go wrong with those. Gonna need those at some point. Super glue, that comes in handy all the time. Tweezers, I got my little Allen key, Allen wrench to get the bolts on my 5-inch, so that sits in there as well. This guy right here is called the prop locket. Basically, it helps get the props off of my 2.5. So that's pretty nice. Whoops. Because sometimes those props get stuck on there. So I've had to use that a few times in order to change out props. So I keep this in here at all times as well. I got some wire cutters, which I can use for the zip ties if I need to, or other things. Sometimes they're in here, sometimes they're not. That's hit or miss. I got an X-Acto knife. That can also be used for cutting. I can use it to cut the electrical tape or whatever else we need. So we keep that in there. Some more Allen wrenches. We got another Allen wrench to tighten up and tighten down the 5-inch in case I lose the other one. So we always have backups of everything. And then a full-on just wrench in general. I haven't used this in a while. Hope I never have to use that. That is the right junk side. That's just where all the crap is. Over here, we got a bunch of bags of different items. So let's go through these. I have the little QR code scanner for the GoPro so we can relink if we need to. I got a bunch of little extra joysticks for my controllers. Some little battery strap right here. I also have this, this is the GoPro mount for my Cinelog 25, so an extra one of those. And this, more battery straps, more screws, more nuts and bolts, more things for the GoPros, and some Velcro in case you need a Velcro thing. Here's where all my wiring comes into play. So these are the little wires. I carry 3 of these. These little blocks I can plug into the balance lead of my LiPo batteries, and then I plug those straight into the GoPro, naked GoPro. So I keep 3 of those in here at all times, just in case one's not working. We have backup. And in this little bag right here, these are all more GoPro accessories. I got some wires if I wanted to make a regular GoPro without a battery, we can plug it in and then plug it into the balance lead of those other guys I just had before. And we got some little connectors for different little wiring systems and all sorts of things. Those are all in there as well, and I just keep those in there. Never use them, hopefully I never have to. Over to this guy, these are extra wires that plug into those little balance leads that we use for the LiPos on the naked GoPro. So I carry like 5 or 6 extra of those wires just because over time you tug and pull them and they come out and they break. So I'd rather have one that works rather than one that's finicky and you don't know if it's gonna work. So I think I bought a pack of 20 for like $3. Just buy a bunch and be done with it, and then I'd rather just put on a new one than having to finick with it at the site. Last little baggie, more GoPro stuff. A lot of this was for my Avata. This is a 4S balance lead, so I would plug this into the GoPro bones. So that was what it was. And then this one was I wired my DJI Avata 1 back in the day so I could put a naked GoPro on top. So that would I plug in with this XT30, and then this would plug into the GoPro bones or the naked GoPro. So that's kind of what this one was all for. So that's for GoPro bones and the Avata. So we got all those. I think I got like 2 or 3 of each cord in there for those. And that's my kind of handy dandy little kit. It's everything in there. And then we just close that up, and then that just sits right here. Controller next to it, boom. Couple of things I keep in here at all times. I got my little light as you saw flashing earlier, so I can put that on any of my drones. That's Velcro, which is nice. I got some Velcro ties. Keep those in there in case we need to tie off some cords or just anything in general. I think I got like 10 in here, a couple different sizes. And then I have a bunch of stickies that are also Velcro. So it's sticky on one side, like when you stick it to the wall and then you Velcro to it. So got a bunch of those. So that's pretty much all the stuff we have in our FPV bag. So that's my FPV bag tour. For 2025, let me know if there's anything you guys thought might be in there, should be in there, I should add to it. Would love to hear what you guys think. What should we add to it? What should we increase? What should we take away? I'm always looking to add some little things to it. Yeah, excited to see what's in your guys' bags, and yeah, hopefully I can update mine here soon. Appreciate you guys watching.